So, scene 2. My bed in this one, I was just going to try to put myself on the side over here like this. So I'm watching this video, I think, this one first. And before that, this one. Back. This HLN hiker vanishes looking for a mysterious cave in Area 51 desert. This was posted November 25th, 2021. So not that long ago. And what, about 6 months ago? And this video, what was that? Uncle Cliff talking. We're in a little special chat. Mute that in case they're talking for a little bit. And this guy named Kenny Veach went hiking near Area 51. It's not actually in Area 51. It's not off limits, but it's a hell of a hike to get to where he's going to. It's, it was a 10-hour hike. I guess 5 hours there, 5 hours back. It reminds me of the climate like I mess with in New Mexico. When I'm looking at the video, and the guy was like, "Hey, I found this cave. It looked like an M," and he describes having a feeling of like panic, dread, fear. He's like, "Man, I thought there was a mountain lion or something inside this cave that might, was going to get me." He goes, and I had to leave. I think he said maybe the hair in his body stood up or something. I'm not sure what his whole story was. And I'm going, "Oh, really? I had an experience like that. I just got done talking to you guys about, even though this was like, I guess over a year ago now. 2020, 2 years ago. And when JC had it happen to him, that was, I think, November, I think, of 2019. And I explained this terrible feeling we both had, which we didn't know it. He had it separately. I had it separately. It was the same area. And there just so happens to be a cave with some artifacts laying in it, which, do I have on this laptop? I'm sure I do. Yes, I do. And I'll just go back to share this with you. Again, I've shown this a bunch of times already. This is a leather satchel. I think this is a rock, but it could be another leather satchel. You can see the color. This is like a blanket. You can see the outlines on the sides of it. It's covering like some pottery that might be sideways like this. It's got a design of maybe an animal or something here. So buffalo, is it something? You can kind of see the color. You've got some pottery thing here. Another one, I believe, next to it. What looks like a turtle shell on its side. And Woo Woo Dude had told me this is early when I first started talking to him, and we kind of just met, and he hadn't even seen the picture or anything. And I was just asking him about it, and he mentioned seeing a turtle shell. He's like, "I'm not sure why spirits, he's psychic, so I'm not sure why spirits showed me a turtle shell." Well, I got back to looking at the picture, and then I saw this. It didn't stand out to me before until he said that to me. And then I go, "Oh crap, I think that's a turtle shell." So anyways, I was on my way towards this cave. And that's when I had that experience. I'm just in my bed right now, so that's why I look kind of crappy. I'm not in my green screen closet with the lights. But anyways, I never found this, heard about this guy go missing, that he got scared away from this cave initially. And then some other people had tried to find it, and the guy says a military guy, retired or something, had an injury, couldn't go hiking anymore, told him, he goes, "I think I know where this M cave is," and actually told him, like, gave him coordinates to it, and the guy went and checked it out. So I'm just going to go back to show you what I just got done doing. So I watched this video. It's 11 minutes long. It's like a 2-hour movie or whatever show they did apparently back in last year, or end of last year. But the guy went, people kept saying, "Oh, well, go back, Kenny. Try again. You said you have this M cave. Go back." All right, I'll try again. He tried like 3 times, and then he just went missing. He's gone. And this thing is kind of clickbait. This HLN, whatever the hell this is, about cave in Area 51 desert. It's not inside of the Area 51 no limit, whatever, off limits place. It's not there. It's in a public area, and he hiked it. So this is the video. I clicked on this one. His name was Snakebite McGee, and here's the hike he did 7 years ago. Okay, and I saw some interesting cave things on the way, but he's like, I can't find the one. So I fast forward. That's his video, and I found this thing off to the right because it was like, recommended. I found the M cave of Kenny Beach by this guy called Exploring Abandoned Mines in Unusual Places. So he talks about this M cave. He believes he's found it. And there's some interesting things here. So when he first walks up to it, right here, I'll show you this one. You can see there's kind of like a wall, right? A wall of rocks. So I have some drone footage, again, not far from this cave I just showed you of mine in New Mexico, that has a similar rock wall. It doesn't look exactly like this, but it's similar. And its job, because I spotted this with a drone, was to cover the opening that was behind it. Of course, with the drone, I could, if I'm up here at this level, where my mouse is, the cursor, and I'm, 100 feet away or more, I can see, oh, there's an opening here, right? I'm talking my video. And my rock wall was still intact. Like, whoever put it there, no one ever messed with it. Like, this one's kind of falling apart. And I thought it was strange. So I took the drone right up to the wall, and there's an opening. And I couldn't really go further in. If I went inside, I'd have lost my drone. And I thought, well, that's something I want to check out one day. But not far from here is the picture I just showed you, like quite, pretty close to this, is the picture I just showed you. And when I'm talking now, I'm not talking about the screen you're seeing. This is their stuff in, I think, Nevada. Yeah, Nevada, Area 51, near there. I'm just right now talking about my cave I just showed you, and what was close by was another cave that had this rock wall that was hiding whatever, was just covering it. Like, so you couldn't see it. If you were below looking up, you would just not ever see it. In this particular area, you can't be above it and actually see it. So it was designed for anyone lower level coming up, or even same level. You're just not going to see it because there's this pile of rocks in a shape of a wall. So in this video, I'm trying to find all the words that pop up, because why wall off a shallow cave? So I'm gonna. He goes in here, and it's dirt on the ground. It goes in, 6 feet or so. There's little small wooden planks, fairly modern. It's not like Spanish old 1600s, nothing like that. And he kind of goes off to the left towards the end. I want to just see these words. Something about a trap door or something like that. Said that when he approached this is the guy that went missing. Kenny Veach said that when he approached the M cave, his body began to vibrate and he felt full of fear and dread. It was so disturbing to him that he immediately left. This is exactly the feeling that happened to me and stopped me dead in my tracks heading to the cave I just showed you. Except you can't actually get to the cave. I was just hiking generally towards where I knew it was, so that I could see what would it take, that if I came back with JC and Dave, what would we need to bring, to get to this thing, because you can't just get to it, actually. And I didn't even get anywhere near it, actually. I was getting kind of close, and it was like, nope, that, what you see on the screen happened to me, and it scared the shit out of me. I had to stop, collect my thoughts, and get the F out of there immediately, just like what he's describing. So I read that here, and I go, oh, shit. So towards the end of this, he's just kind of looking around, and he finds this metal thing sticking out, little sign right here. It's an Area 51 warning sign. You can see it's old. Area 51 warning, restricted area, deadly use, whatever is authorized. No trespassing. It's literally inside this M cave that this guy thinks he's got it. He figured, like, I think I found it. We can't ask Kenny because Kenny's gone. Missing forever. That was the end of it. Now, as you know, Julianne, the channeler, psychic, was very clear to me. What happened to you was E.T. doing that to you. And JC, because it happened to JC months before it happened to me. And he didn't tell me and Dave. He was just, maybe he just thought, we'd make fun of him or something. I don't know. It's kind of embarrassing, but the exact same thing. He had to do the exact same thing we did, which was JC did. I say me, where he had to sit back, stop, sit on a big rock, and just sit there for a minute, collect his thoughts, calm down, and say, okay, I got to get out of here. And he wasn't anywhere he had to get out of. He could just walk away, walk down the trail, and go back. But his mind was like, no, I'm going to die. I'm not going to live. He's panicked. I'm not going to see my kids. I'm not getting out of here alive. And that's exactly the thoughts I was having. And I had to sit down on a rock too and collect my thoughts, which he didn't know when he told me his story. And I go, dude, you didn't let me finish. I did the same thing. I had to sit on a rock and collect my thoughts. Was it the same rock? I go, no, I know where you were and I know where I was. It was not too far, like quite close, but certainly you guys had never gone quite as far as I did, but I just went a tiny bit further than we had gone before when we were out in this area. Not far at all, just a little bit further, I don't know, 200 feet, 150 feet, or maybe, no, where he was, probably more than that, but still, fairly close. And then this guy had it happen to him now. Now, this is, of course, 7 years ago, and in Area 51. So I'm going, oh, shit. It's that, and I thought, was it technology doing this to me, and JC, and now this guy? Julianne was pretty clear when she gave me a reading. She goes, it's E.T. They know you're there. You're getting a little too close to something they don't want you to get close to. They make you do it. You don't even know it's them. You just scare yourself off and you go back. I go, wow, that's incredible. And then when I was done having the conversation with her, as I mentioned in my video you guys heard the other day, I'm sitting on this bed I'm sitting on right now getting ready for bed right after I talked to her about it. And the ET or whatever, did it to me again in my bed. Just to let me know, like, we hear you. We know what's going on. Like a little wink, like, and then I said something to them in my mind, like, okay, thank you for doing that. I know it's you guys now. Please stop. Like, thanks for sharing that. Show me how, like, you can do it. But please stop. Boom, stopped immediately. So that should let you know what this is. These guys probably have no clue that guy who went missing experienced that. Well, they know he experienced it, but didn't know why. The guy himself said, well, I thought there might have been a mountain lion in there. My body was just kind of, he goes like, maybe my sixth sense was just kind of kicking in, like, hey, you're in danger, stop. Do you realize that's the same exact words I used? I thought there might be a mountain lion around me in New Mexico when I got scared, when that happened to me. I grabbed the gun off my chest, and I'm looking around waiting to see something, like my hair standing up in the back of my head, everything, like, you're in danger, don't you take one more step, do not move. And I'm just, oh my God, what's wrong? And I'm like, I can see all around me. Nothing can ambush me, I can see. Nothing to hide around. And he had the same thought, maybe there's a mountain lion in there that was going to get me, and I just, my sixth sense, he says, my little whatever ability just like kicked in and told me I was in danger not to go, so I fled. I'm going, holy crap. The interesting thing is that guy went back his final attempt because people were like, come on, you said this thing was easy to find. I think you're just messing with us. Go back. So he would go back and he's like, I can't find it. I'm trying. He's videotaping himself. Couldn't find it. And then he went out one more time and he just was gone. See ya. So either he slipped, fell, killed himself, his body's in a ditch somewhere, or, an arroyo or a washout or whatever, or, or there's more to it. So anyways, you can go watch those videos if you want. You can just see the titles and go search for them. I just wanted to share that with you because that is freaking interesting. And if you get my video to this guy exploring abandoned mines in unusual places, I don't mind either, of course, because he'd probably be interested to hear what I just said. And I can't prove it's ET, but a very powerful psychic medium and Chandler, Julianne, was very clear to me. That's what did it to you. And had that she not told me that, and then me also talked to JC and realized, put two and two together, there's no way this happened to two people separately, the exact same kind of thing. You know what I mean? At two different times, and it was the same thing. Like I told myself when I first learned that, I go, "There's no way this was me doing. That was not my thoughts. Oh my God, what did that to me? Was it a spirit? You know, like a guardian of the mountain or something, or like a long lost spirit that's protecting something there?" My mind, I wasn't on the ET page yet. I'm thinking, oh, this is a spirit thing. You know, it used to be Indian land, you know, and all that kind of stuff. So it was Julianne who goes, "No, it's ET." And again, after she said that to me that same night, just moments later after we hung up the Zoom call, I'm sitting on my bed right here, taking my shoes off, my pants or shorts or whatever I was getting ready for bed. Boom, they do it to me again right here inside my bedroom. Panic, fear, dread, oh my God, oh my God. And I knew then, okay, it's them. So I said to them in my mind, again, something along the lines of, "Thank you for sharing that with me. I know it's you guys. I know that now, so please remove that from me." And then I said the thing that Woo Woo Dudes tells me to always do for protection, which is I invoke the light of the Christ within me. Say it 3 times according to him, which I do. So I ended my thing and started to say that too, and it ended. They immediately stopped it. Now, when I got that panic feeling out in the desert in New Mexico, it didn't just go away. It's like the further I went away from this spot, and again, I never even got to the spot I wanted to get to. It slowly went away, a little bit more. Okay, getting kind of far away. I'm almost back to normal. Back to the car. Okay, you're back to normal. When it was in my bed, when I said what I said, instant stop, full stop, back to normal. Like there was no ramp up or ramp down thing. It was just instant, back to normal. Again, that let me know it's them. And as I'm talking to you now, I'm thinking they're probably hearing me say this right now. But, you know, again, there's 3 things you can do about it. Only 3. Accept it, respect it, and get over it. It is what it is, and they can do what they can do. I feel kind of honored that it happened to me, to be honest with you. That was some kind of interaction unbeknownst to me at the time, which is incredible. And I know exactly where I was. I know I could go exactly back to that spot. And as I'd walk up to that rock I sat on, I'd probably start getting a little nervous, you know, because I'm like, okay, this is where it happened. And I'll be honest with you, there is nothing. Like, I don't want to say this. You can't prepare for that thing to happen to you. It's such a horrible feeling and panic and dread that it's like you can't get used to it. Like, oh, there's that again. I'm going to keep walking and hiking towards this whatever path I'm going, even though my whole body's screaming at me, my life's in danger, and you know I'm panicking, I'm about to crap my pants. You know, nothing prepares you to experience it again. So if I knew that every time I had to pass that spot, and as long as I was past the spot, I was going to have to experience this, I could not make my body, myself, even though I know, hey, it's you guys doing it to me, I couldn't physically go through it with it, experience all those feelings and emotions and not really illness, but whatever. I couldn't do it. I'm just like, no, it's just, who wants to feel that feeling? It's too much. So I would honestly, when I go back, at some point, you know, I haven't been back yet, I would sit down, meditate maybe, have a little conversation, whether it's in my mind or out loud. I don't care. They don't care. And be respectful and ask for permission. May I please go to this area? I'm going to explore. I'd like to go into this, see what it takes to get into this cave that I can't get to now anyways. But at least I can see the path towards that general area and figure out what do I need to get there. May I do this? Please allow me, you know. And I would assume, well, I didn't get the feeling, so let's keep going, you know, like, okay, thumbs up, you're allowed, you know, that kind of thing. Or God only, you know, I don't know what the thing would be, you know, how they would tell me, yeah, it's okay. Honestly, I think they would just, nope, the feelings, hit him with the feeling. Okay, got it, turn around, you know, that kind of thing. So anyways, that was just really cool for me to see that this happened to somebody else. I'd never, ever, ever have heard this before. And then I'm watching this guy who found the M cave. I'm pretty sure he found it for sure. Like I'm looking at this going, he found it. And he said what the guy officially said, which was his fear and dread thing. And it made him leave immediately. He just couldn't take it. I got to get out of here. But after a period of time, people go back. You know, he's like, yeah, all right. And to be fair, if I had that feeling, which happened to me, and then I stopped at that point and didn't talk to Julianne, didn't talk to JC, didn't figure any of this other stuff out about what it was, and just left that day thinking, man, I had a panic attack. Like, I've never had a panic attack, but I had a panic attack. Oh my gosh. You know, and if my friends were like, well, we're going to go back there again, aren't we? Well, hell yeah, we're going to go back there. I'm going to go check that cave out. And I would just be thinking to myself, well, I'm not going to have another panic attack. I mean, damn. You know, like it was just a one-off thing. Yeah, absolutely, I'd go back. So I could understand this guy wanting to go investigate. And I think what he had said is when he went and found this thing, he did not have his firearm on him. He's out here exploring without a firearm. I'm thinking, that's crazy. Because there are mountain lions and things, you know. And so this time when he went on the one video I was just showing you a second ago, I didn't play it. He had a sidearm on him, and he went out and tried to find it, couldn't find it. And again, I think he went out one other time, and of course there's no video because he never came back. And again, you have to ask, why didn't he come back? Was it an animal? Did he get bit by a rattlesnake? You know, did a mountain lion get him? Or did ET say, listen, we warned you. You're out of here, you know. But when I saw that cave, it's filled in. There's nothing there. Like, what's the big deal? That guy in the video I just showed you, where he pulled out the metal plate of the sign, you know, it's just dirt and rock and some timber. And as soon as I see it, my body's going, it's covered, dude. What you seek is covered. An opening, etc., it's covered. If you really want to check it out, dig in there. And I saw one comment down there saying the same thing. He goes, oh, no, you got to dig that out. There should not be a bunch of dirt inside of a mountain. The mountain is rock. So if you have a cave opening, it shouldn't be filled with dirt. It should be rock. Now you can say, well, all the winds and stuff could blow sand in there over, you know, thousands of years. True. But I'm pretty confident in that statement. There shouldn't be dirt in there. And clearly something's in there because there's a effing sign there, Area 51, get the F out of here. Old sign, as a matter of fact, that's been sitting there for God knows how long. So maybe some military people went there. Yes, there's a cave there. Yes, it leads to a tunnel system. Maybe the tunnel system leads miles out to Area 51 underground. And they were tasked in the 1950s or whatever, close this off, seal it up, etc. And that shit's laying there because that was a freaking entrance into this cavern system that may lead to the underground system of Area 51. And as we've heard from Bob Lazar and other people, there are absolutely multiple levels going down into the earth at Area 51. Now, you might argue, well, that's probably man-made stuff, isn't it? And I would say yes and maybe no. Maybe there was already stuff there that they just utilized. There's already tunnels and things. Oh, let's just use those. You know, build up inside there. I don't know. But there's wood planks in there, an Area 51 sign, keep out, right in this M-looking cave. And I'm going, yeah, I think you found it, my dude. So anyways, if this person gets this, that's cool. If they want to chat with me or something, I'd gladly talk to them. They can just go to realistnews.net, fill in the contact thing, and just hit submit. I'll get the email. And I would talk, you know, if they're interested. I don't know that they will be interested in this kind of thing because I don't think they're into the woo-woo. This guy's just like a hiker, explores, mines, which is cool. Love that stuff. You know me, I love that stuff. And I'm just thinking, I wonder if I should show the video of the rock wall. I think I will. Stand by 1 second. Okay. So this is a bit of a close-up of it, but you can see this from a little ways out. And there's a pile of rocks like a wall right here. There's, speaking of an M cave, you know, it's kind of funny come to think of it. Although that M cave, this thing doesn't come all the way down, but that's kind of funny actually now that I think of this. But I get up pretty close here, and there's like a little critter, like a little pack rat that's actually in there. And I'm gonna play it for a minute because I zoom in pretty good. and hit just enough, just a quick little. Here's a little slightly different view of it, a little bit higher. Oh, wrong one. And I'm just gonna kind of fast forward till I get to that part. Which in that case, let me just pause this real quick. All right, so there's as you can clearly see, this rock wall, it's intact. It's not real big, but if you're down lower, you'll just look up and not even notice it. And I'm trying to look inside. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm changing the white balance and stuff. And I get a little bit lower. Zoom in. And it's, I mean, just from this angle, it may be nothing, but it's kind of like if I could go down just a little bit lower, like this inside here is like a face. It reminds me like a woman maybe. And this would be her eyes, but this thing's blocking it. So just like the eyes would be here. Here's her earlobe or her ear. Here's the nose, and then her lips, her mouth, and her chin, whatever. And she's like looking in. But again, I can't go low enough to see, are there eyes, or is there something looking in? And there in the video, over on the left side, a little pack rat pops out and like runs off. I guess I got the drone got a little too close. He didn't like it. So, anyways, that's it. Take care.